for you. Don't free pass me. There he is. There he is, Lil Richard Richardson.
Devin, yo, word of my dad when they fight this nigga getting broke up. Word of my dad,
You're trash. Devin, you trash. Devin, I hate you.
He can only say the same thing.
B3 Picks TV, y'all already know. We back. Better, healthy, wealthy, wise. Taking it one day at a time. We definitely working. We building. Man, listen, community fire. We building our team. We building our support system. Listen, the grind don't stop for us, man. Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. We definitely working. My brother Dank already in here. Hold on, let me drop the link. Let me drop this real quick just in case anybody want to pull up. Warfare, baby. Oh, my bad. I read that so wrong. What's going on? Warfare Bear. What's good, Warfare Bear? Shout out to you. I thought it said Warfare Baby, like a welfare baby. My bad. Listen, reading is fundamental. We definitely working. Haney versus Stevenson is the fight. Make it happen. No rehydration clause. Yes, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what we talking about. Listen, the zone ring pay per view. Okay, I'm gonna call you Bear. All right, Bear. Appreciate you, bro. Um, the zone ring pay per view. They locking it. They want to lock it in. It's in negotiation right now. Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney. They're gonna definitely try to put this fight on for the sport. Zam Blackwell, what's happening? What's happening, y'all? Appreciate all the love and so appreciate everybody pulling up, showing love. We definitely building. Listen, if you a real one, bless the Cash App. Help us grow. Help us grow. Support our channel. We grinding. Listen, our monetization is going to be locked in at the end of February. I appreciate everybody that's been tapping in and showing us a lot of love. We definitely building. Carrier says Xander by UD. I'm gonna leave it there. So yeah, so they were talking about Devin Haney going up to 154 to fight Xander Zayas. I think they're going to put a hold on that. And I believe it's just going to be Devin focused at 147, taking on all challenges. Preferably Shakur Stevenson, since they cannot get a Conor Ben, they cannot get a Ryan Garcia, they cannot get a unification fight. They would look to fight a four-digit division champion. Now, y'all know I've been pushing this fight for Shakur. Shakur going up to his fifth division, being a five-division champion before the age of 30, setting himself apart, putting himself in the record books as an all-time great fighter, a generational fighter, beating a Devin Haney, another one of the four kings of this era. So great move, smart move. That should be the move for Shakur and for the team, right? Now, Shakur put on a hell of a dominant performance over Teofimo Lopez. A lot of us thought that he could have looked towards stepping on him and stopping him. I think he did masterfully. And I'll tell you why. He listened to his corner. His coach, his grandfather, Wally Moses, told him to stick behind the jab, stick to the game plan. Don't give Tio any opportunities to land anything. And he pretty much shut him out. That's strategic, that's strategy. And that's sometimes on some nights, that's what you got to do. Just got to box him and win on the cards. Carrier asks, B3 as a betting strategist, do you favor Devin over Xander? No. He said as a betting strategist. No. I'm not taking that. Nah, because the length, the size, the foot movement, the skill of Xander Zayas, no. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. Now, if his feet was stuck in the mud, then I was like, okay, that would be one thing. But no, but Xander's way too sharp, way too skillful, young, hungry, a unified champion at 154. I think it will be a good fight that Devin could possibly win, but the traits, the Xander Zayas, the traits that he has, his skill set, um, yeah, his movement ability, no, mm-mm. I wouldn't advise him to go after that matchup. Not right now. Not when he, like you said, not when he has a lot of smoke and that he could fight a Shakur Stevenson or somebody at 147. Barral just got a 116, 112 on the scorecard. That guy can't tie Haney shoes. Yeah, but see the style he implemented Now, if Devin implements that style and he could walk through those punches or avoid all them punches and handle the power of Xander, he got to prove that. Yeah, he gonna have to prove that dang because Abbas Barao, that brother, is a tough, durable, strong fighter. Who his fighting style's on a mission. He can take a good punch and keep going, and he can land to the body. Barao is good. Devin has a completely different style and different skill set. Now, can Devin take a punch? Can he handle punches? Yes. Right? Now, have we seen him in 154? No. Zan is going to be the bigger man, and he's not going to be there to be hit. So, Dank, you taking Haney to outclass or beat Xander? Interesting. Interesting. Now, y'all know what I'm gonna say to that. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Yeah, everybody entitled to their opinion. We got to see how the fights play out. Yeah, we got to see how. Let me bring in the family. D Free, talk to me, man. Let's get an audio check. How you feeling this morning?
I'm good. What's going on?
Man, doing good. Thankful, blessed. Happy to be here still, and just we cooking on some boxing. We talking about. I got a couple things I want to run by you right now, just to get us kicked off and started. Ring in the Zone. They're looking at potentially putting on a pay per view with Devin and Shakur at 147. Talk about that matchup for us, Free. How do you see that fight, and who do you like in that fight?
Um, I think it's a
Angie
chess.
B.
I think it's a chess match. Um, it's hard to say who wins that fight because both of these guys are excellent boxers. I think defensively, Shakur has the advantage. Offensively, I think Devin has the advantage. So it's going to come down to who can find the opening to land their shot and keep the other one at bay. I think both of them got good jabs. I think Devin, it might be the more rangier fighters. He might have the longer arm reach and the height advantage. Um, it's a 50-50 fight. I don't know who really wins that fight. I mean, it could come down to where it might be one round that separate that from being a draw.
I'm with you, Free. Yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a matchup. I'm definitely with you on that. Now, talk to me about this. There were thoughts and rumors that Devin could possibly activate his WBO status and challenge Xander Zayas at 154. Talk about that fight, Free, and would you advise Devin to take that fight? Do you think that's a winnable fight for Devin?
It's a winnable fight. I don't know if he will be able to get that fight because I think Xander Zayas is trying to work out something with Eddie Hearn to get the Josh Kelly fight and make a unification for 3 belts. Um, but it's definitely a winnable fight for Devin. Um, that's another fight where it could come down to the experience of Devin Haney because Xander Zayas likes to move around the ring as well as Devin Haney. I think Xander Zayas might be the taller and more rangier fighter. Um, it's a good matchup. I would favor Devin in that, but I wouldn't be surprised if Xander Zayas pull out the upset.
Now, talk to me, Free. Why would you favor Devin?
I would favor Devin because of the experience. He's been in there with a lot of different styles. I think his ring IQ is better than Xander Zayas at this stage of his career right now. Um, Xander Zayas, he's a young guy. I think he's like 22 years old. Might be 23. I think he's still 22. And he's still learning. And he's still. They both started fighting at 16 as a pro. But Xander Zayas haven't had that range of different styles of fighting. He's been more so fighting styles that complement his style, not so many not so many fights that actually give him a problem. Top Rank has been grooming him to become a star, and now he's starting to take more tougher fights. So I just think Devin, being though Devin has been taking just about anybody he can get, and he's been looking for the bigger challenge. He's been in there with a lot of more seasonal fighters. He's been in there with Loma. He's been in there with Brian Norman. He's been in there with what's my guy the one
Regis
that
Prograde,
yeah, Regis Prograde. He's been in there with
Jose,
the the guy that rocked him. I keep
Linares.
Yeah, Linares. He's been in there with that. He's been in with Gamboa. He's been in there with Jose Ramirez. He's been in there with a lot of different styles of fighting. He's been in there with Ryan. So um, I
For
think he's
12
just a
rounds
little
too,
more.
Free.
Yeah, I think he's just a little more seasoning than Xander Zayas right now. But that doesn't mean that Xander Zayas can't win that fight because Xander Zayas got a style that I don't think Devin has faced up until this point. Xander Zayas likes to do a whole lot of moving in and out. It's almost like a Manny Pacquiao type of style that Xander Zayas has. I think he's a little more. He fights a little more at distance than Manny Pacquiao, so he could stay at mid range or the distance and still be able to land his shots. He doesn't have to jump all the way in like Manny Pacquiao did, but he does jump in at times.
Right. I'm definitely with you on that. This kid though, Xander, he impressed me, man. With his skill set. What do you think about him at 154, Free? Just when you look at Xander, do you feel like he's the top at 154?
Um, yeah, I think Xander Zayas has the skills to be able to beat anybody at 154. I think the only person that really gives him a problem is Jerron Bucenis. I don't think Virgil give him a problem. I think Virgil can possibly beat him, but I don't think Virgil gives him a problem. I don't think I don't think Fandora gives him a problem. He has a reach, but I think with his footwork, he'll be able to get around the reach of Fandora. I think Jerome Boost Ennis because he can fight from an orthodox or a southpaw. He has power. He has hand speed. He poses a little more threat and problems for Xander Zayas than those other guys. Those other guys is pretty much either they're going to come straight forward or they're gonna try to fight at a distance. Jerome Bucenis, he can fight any different style. He can fight on the inside. He can fight at mid range, long distance. Like I said, southpaw or orthodox. So he has a little more arsenal in his tool bag than those other guys.
1000%. I'm in full agreement with you. And now, with that being said, right, let's kind of pivot really quick to look at like the Shakur angle. Shakur just going up to 140. I should have did a show today about him being stripped, but we'll talk about that. What's your thoughts on now that Shakur, the WBC, stripped him of the 135 title? Did you expect that to come so soon? And he was kind of concerned that they were asking him for 100K after he fought for the WBO at 140. Just break that scenario down, Free, and what do you want to see from Shakur? From Shakur?
Um, nah, I didn't expect them to do it that soon because they usually don't do that. Even though it is in their rule book, um, that is something that they can do if you move to another division and fight for another title. They can strip you. Now, if he was fighting for a WBC, maybe they would have left him as the champion, because they would have got sanctioning fees from him. But because he was fighting for another title, but I also believe it had to do with the fact that Williams
Free broke up on my end. Did Free break up for y'all?
B3 dropped off. B3, you there?
Yeah, it's just a little choppy, man. I can hear you though. But tell you what happened with Williams and Payton?
Oh no, I was saying I think it had to do with the fact that they still got Williams Zepeda as the number one contender. They
Makes
didn't
sense.
drop him down when he lost to Shakur Stevenson. So I think that might have had something to do with it. They Mauricio always look out for the Latino fighters or the Mexican fighters. So maybe he want to give Williams Zepeda a shot at being a champion. Williams Zepeda has never been a champion before. So maybe that had a lot to do with the fact that they stripped him so quick.
Yeah, that's a good point. And they do have Yadier Herrera, no baby. He's positioned as the interim right now. So I believe they elevated him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's the interim title holder, but they haven't elevated him to the champion. But he is the interim title holder. I think what they're going to do is they're going to have William and Javier fight for the vacant belt.
I would like that. Y'all would definitely like that. I know Frank and Queensbury are gonna push for him to be pushed, activated to mandatory. I mean, excuse me, elevated to full champion. They would love for him to go in the ring as a champion, and that's the negotiating power just in case if it went to a purse bid. So we'll see how everything play out. Appreciate my brother Kerry in the cash app, definitely helping us grow, building the channel, keeping us here, keeping the lights on. Appreciate my good brother. Let's work now. What do you want? And I just think Dank said Pitbull Cruz may get an opportunity at 135. Let me ask you this, right? You seen no baby, you seen Yadier Herrera. Do you
Yeah.
feel like he can beat Zepeda or Pitbull Cruz at 135? Or do you feel like it may be a little too soon for him?
Um, he could, but I think he leaves himself open a lot. He get hit with shots that I think a more seasoned fighter he wouldn't get hit with. I don't know if he ever faced a style similar to a Williams Zepeda, a guy that's going to throw a lot of shots and stay right in front of you, not back down for the most part. So I don't know how he deals with a style like that. I think he has the power, he has the boxing ability to be able to beat Williams Zepeda. But if I had to make a bet on it, I would say Williams Zepeda most likely will win that fight.
Right. I'm with you on that. 1000%. And he can punch. He can punch. I just think his power's a little overstated based on the levels.
Yeah,
And being able to land that concussive blow to guys that's a little more seasoned. But I think that style clash will be fire. I think Queensberry could really sell Zepeda versus Yadier Herrera or Pitbull versus Yadier Herrera. Now Yadier, he's Cuban, correct? Free?
yeah, he Cuban.
Nice. Okay, good. Good. So that's a good counterbalance. Cuban versus the Hispanic fighter, a Mexican fighter. I think that'd be good for the sport. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely be good for the sport.
Now I don't
Now,
I don't know I don't know if Pitbull is gonna go back down to 35 because his last couple of fights been at 40. So I don't know if he's gonna go back down. He could go back down, but I don't know. He's been fighting at 40 the last what 4 fights? He's been at 40.
mhm, definitely has. Now, let me ask you this real quick, not to get us off track. Was that Rayo's fight on Zuffa? Was that 35 or did they fight at 40?
They fought at 35 because they don't have a 40 and Zuffa. They Zuffa went
Mm.
Zuffa went with the original 8 divisions. So
Oh, yeah.
there is no cruiserweight, there is no 154, there is no 40. You're 35, 47, 60, light heavyweight, and I forgot what and I think 126.
I think
They
they did
went with the
126 and didn't they do
yeah
118?
Yeah, they definitely got 126. So they went with the original 8 divisions. They didn't do all of these extra divisions that they got out now,
I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at
which
that at all.
which is good because it eliminates the weight bully. It eliminates the weight bully
Mm-hmm.
because you're gonna be a 47-pound fighter or you're gonna be a 160-pound fighter. You're not gonna be a guy that weighs 155 or 155, and then you shrink yourself down to fight at 147, and then you blow back up to like 160, 165. You're gonna fight either at 47 or you're gonna fight at 60.
Yeah, I definitely like that. Yeah, that's good. Now we got some. It's interesting. So I wanna kind of pivot to 147 real quick. We talking about Shakur potentially moving to 147, T.O., Keyshawn. Um, and we do have the big fight on February. We do have the big fight on February 21st. Ryan versus Barrios, right? Good card. Now, do you look? What's the most exciting division right now in the sport of boxing to you, Free? Which division is piquing your interest? The best matchups and just the most interest right now for you.
Right now is 54. It could be 47 with Shakur possibly moving up, with Keyshawn possibly moving up, and who knows, T.O. might even possibly move up. It could be 47, but right now, 54 has the most talent in the division right now. Everybody else is pretty much spread it out, but with 54, you got a lot of talent at 54 right now. There's a lot of guys at 54, and any one of those guys can be champion on the right night.
As you can see with that Josh Kelly performance over Bakram, what's your thoughts on that performance, and did you foresee that happen in the Bakram?
Yeah, I did foresee that to happen. I didn't call it. I had Boxrom winning that fight, but if y'all remember when Boxrom beat Tim Tszyu, I said a lot of people was giving Boxrom a lot of credit for Tim Tszyu, but Tim Tszyu hasn't really beat anybody. I said we given nobody really heard of Boxrom prior to him fighting Tim Tszyu. I said everybody giving Boxrom all this credit, but if you go look at some of his previous fights, he had problems with guys that know how to box. So I wasn't surprised that he got beat. I was more so surprised that it was Josh Kelly that beat him. I thought it would be somebody like a Jerome Businis or a Virgil or even Xander Zayas. I wouldn't expect Josh Kelly to beat him, but Josh Kelly put on a hell of a performance. He never stood right in front of Boxrum. He made it very tough for Boxrum to be able to land clean shots. So hats off to Josh Kelly. He put on a hell of a performance, and if he could fight like that moving forward, he might be a problem for some of these guys at 54.
1,000%. Especially if they can't cut the ring off when they're trying to close the distance.
Yeah,
And had they have shaky defense because he cracked and dropped Bakram.
yeah,
Um,
he
and
showed.
and I like his that left hand that left hook to the body. You know what I'm saying? Like Josh Kelly, not a bad fighter at all, by no means.
No, he
Yeah.
not. He not.
It could have been 6-6. Kerry said he had a 6-6, a draw. I could see a draw, but he was on Bakram was on enemy territory. He was the champ, but he was fighting in Newcastle, and shoot, I know Kathy Duve and them told him this, and he gonna lose if he don't get that stoppage. The way he came out in the 11th and the 12th, boy, Bakram looked like he was shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, he needed to do that from the fifth round on. I think if he would have did that
Yeah,
from the fifth round on, he might would have got a stoppage because he was
yeah.
cracking Josh Kelly a few times towards the end of that fight, and it looked like Josh Kelly was gonna end up folding, but he was able to hold off for the last two rounds. But I think Bartram just waited a little too late to start it really landing his shots like he should have.
1,000%. Yeah. Now, do you feel like now for the Devin Haney situation, right? Because of course before I had a show a couple weeks back about potentially doing like Devin Haney being out till August and having to wait on the T.O. Shakur winner and the Ryan Barrios winner. You know, kind of been saying, he wanted to wait on the winner of Barrios Ryan and Rolly saying, he didn't really want to fight Devin. Um, what makes sense for you, Free, for Devin next? Do you feel like he should wait and fight Ryan Barrios winner, or do you believe he should try to lock something in and secure the Shakur fight, bigger fight for him?
I think it really comes down to what do Devin Haney really want? Do he want a unification or do he want a big money fight? Because Mario Barrio, I don't think that's a big money fight for Devin Haney, but it is a unification if Mario Barrio beats
Right.
Ryan Garcia. But Ryan Garcia, if he wins, it could be both. It could be a unification and a big money fight, depending on how much people buy into the Ryan Garcia situation. Because I don't know, Ryan Garcia hasn't looked great since he tested positive.
That's true. Now, just on the record, and then Free, correct me if I'm wrong. Devin Haney has not fought like an Al Heyman, PBC, Louis the Cubas fighter yet, has he?
Since when?
I'm just saying, period. I don't think. I mean, maybe since, of course, before Pro Box, before he was with Showbox, but I'm talking about legitimate fighters that they moving. I don't think he's fought one. So
Uh, I'm trying to think. I think Jose Ramirez was a Golden Boy. Regis Prograis was a Eddie Hearn
that's
fighter.
that's mm-hmm.
Um, Gamboa might have been the last PBC fighter that he actually fought.
Yeah, and you say that, and you say that we say PBC, but I believe he was more so freelancing. But I see
I
what
mean,
you're saying. Because he was able to go over and get that fight with Devin right after the tank, and then he came back and got Pitbull. So it does look like he's tied. He's the most tied to PBC on Devin's resume.
yeah, because he
Gamboa.
Devin never fought Rolly. He never fought Tank. He didn't fight Frank Martin. So yeah, I would say probably Gamboa is probably the only person that you could say PBC has something to do with that.
Mm. Yeah, so it's time for I think it's time for a shift in boxing. I'm hoping that it happens. We see Zuffa coming in, so boxing is going to change a little bit, and we see PBC is working heavily with the ring. Um, we see Barrios on a ring card as a main event, and I believe there's another card coming up. Well, we got Wilder. He's on the zone. He's fighting under Queensberry on the zone. We also have it's another fight that is mistaking me that just got announced. Oh, well, Fondora Thurman, that's still on Prime. So I like that. I like the fact that PBC still does Prime events, but I also like the fact that Louis the Cubis and PBC fighters are also fighting on the zone ring cards. That's good for the sport.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are good cards for PBC and the fighters because this is what the fighters need. They need some type of exposure.
Yeah,
Um, if you're not giving them the exposure, then what good are you?
1000%. Before we get into the Wilder, we're gonna get into that Wilder and Simon Jordan stuff. We'll get into that in just a second, Kerry. Um, Speak about Rolly Free. What are you expecting from Rolly? What are you hearing from his camp for his next matchup?
I'm really not expecting anything from Rolly because if you didn't
Yeah.
make the Devin Haney fight and you're not getting the Pac-Man fight, what are you really doing? You just holding the belt?
Yeah, holding it for Gearsoft.
Yeah, so I don't expect anything from Rolly right now. I think he's just looking to see. how long he can hold on to the belt. Because last time he had the belt, he only had it for one fight. And he like, man, I'm not trying to give up my belt that daggone fast again unless it's gonna be for some serious money.
And the WBA, he lucky it's the WBA. They work well with Island PBC and TGB. So, I mean, I would think that they would be looking to kind of get that belt up off of him. I mean, it's been a year since he fought. It's going on a year since he won the belt. He needs to defend the belt. So,
Yeah,
this is not a good look. Now, the Wilder and Simon Jordan situation. I'm gonna say this right. Simon Jordan, he didn't know when to pivot. He's like certain people. They feel like they bigger than who they're communicating with. So, like for instance, when he brought up Fury, Wilder said, "Listen, we're not talking about Fury. It ain't got nothing to do with the Chisora fight. Let's move on." Simon still had to get his point across. Like at that point, you're doing too much. This man said he don't want to talk about Fury. Why are you still trying to get to the bottom of something? You see what I'm
right.
saying, Free? So I just feel like he should have kind of left it alone and been able to pivot. If that made the interview shorter, so be it. Now, do we want to see Wilder upset and yelling and cursing? Of course not. That wasn't. I mean, he didn't go there with that intention. But when somebody tells you to do, see, you can't strangle him, you can't put hands on him. But when somebody say Free, if you tell me not to do something and I do it, and you elevate your voice, you raise your voice, you say, "Hey, bro, what are you doing?" I did not. I'm gonna be understanding. I'm be like, "Oh, I messed up. That's on me. You told me not to do it, right?"
Right.
So you may get elevate. You gonna get an elevated person or a person that's a heightened senses or maybe a little irritated with you because they not listening. So that's what I'm saying. That's what he got into, and they went into the whole black man thing and this, that, and the fur. We understand the history. We understand what we go through, right? Black people, brown people. We understand all that. My issue is this: and what he was saying as well. Listen to that person speak. Care about that person past the skin, past their color. A lot of times we only acknowledge certain people or respect certain people, right? Now Simon Jordan didn't respect Wilder. He didn't even hear him. He didn't listen to him. He didn't see that the brother said he didn't want to go into it. So he just looked past that. Why did he look past that? That's what Wilder got upset at. He got upset at it because Wilder believes that if he was somebody different, that if he was a Carl Froch or Fury, that Simon Jordan would have moved on from it. He wouldn't have tried to keep bringing up Fury. So whether Wilder's right about that or wrong about that assertion, at the end of the day, we got to use our listening skills and we got to respect the next man in their position. The brother say he done with it, he don't want to talk about it. Leave it be. Ain't really nothing to talk about. It was 4 or 5 years ago. Fury is about to fight on Netflix against Makhmudov. Wilder's fighting War Chisora on pay-per-view, on his own pay-per-view. So, but that was good. I know that was good rating. So I know Talk Sports and everybody is happy about that. Wilder, you gave him exactly what they wanted. You said Simon Jones Presser, but no, he annoys everybody. Is Wilder on the Mary? Nah, is he on the Mary? No, he probably wasn't on the Mary. He was probably sipping some coffee, but it's not about that, right? See, I was talking about this on my other show. How often do you all bite your tongue when you know somebody is trying to get a reaction out of you? Trying to put you in a state where you have to respond negatively. That's the thing. That's what we deal with a lot. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story, right? I'm on TikTok. We battle on TikTok where people can kind of send us gifts and our team will go against another team, right? Now, I was battling this young Pakistani kid yesterday. He had a white gentleman from America named Jody jump on his screen in a little box. So all Jody wanted to do, he was throwing money for him, he was supporting him, throwing coins for him, throwing gifts for him, right? All they wanted to do is get my attention so Jody can tell me, "Hey, tell this guy to bring us some chicken." White guy from America somewhere. I don't know. I didn't get into all that, right? He said, "Tell this guy to bring us some chicken." That's what he wanted to tell me, right? Now, Now, this is a far different situation. What do y'all think my response was as a black man that made it at 33? What do you think my response was? I said, God bless you. I put him on mute. We finished up and I moved on. And then I had a discussion with my group, got a lot of love, a lot of gifts, because people expect me to be held to a higher standard. They want me to be accountable for my actions, right? And what I do. I said all that to say this, right? And I said all that to say this. That guy, he said what he said without any emotion. Yeah, Carrier. Yes, for really. He said what he said without any emotion because all he wants to do is get a reaction out of me. You see what I'm saying? They can see the blessed on you. They can see the favor upon you, the grace upon you. That you loved and be loved. So all these people want to do is get a reaction out of you. And
All right, appreciate it.
my bad, free. Let me finish this real quick. But all people really want to do is get a reaction out of you, get you out of your character. So what happens is your people gonna look at you like you not disciplined, like you are quick to your temper, like you can't handle confrontation. So this is a light lesson. And what I understand is, for one, I'm accountable to myself, my family, and those who are watching me, supporting me, showing me love, my loved ones, right? So I can't allow somebody that I don't even know put me in a position where I'm outside of myself, or doing something that you wouldn't see as becoming or honorable. So a lot of times what happens is this: with the Simon Jordan situation and with this guy, they're trying to elicit a reaction. This dude Simon Jordan is not new to this. He's been doing this for years. Like Carrier said, he's a hardball interviewer. He presses everybody, right? You have to, yeah. He said, Carrie said, you can't be professional B3, unlike Wilder. Yes, unlike Wilder. Unlike Wilder. Wilder did not keep it professional. But see, that's what I'm saying. But see, they knew that was going to happen. Now, what the guy that told me to bring him some chicken, what he didn't know is that I have more class than that. That was the first time he probably ever seen me in his life. So he was just being an a-hole, right? So, but I have more class and more sense than that, and I have more discernment. The only thing about Wilder is, see, when you're put on a stage, there was no way out for Wilder. Wilder tried to, within himself, he tried to calm down, but he was already pushed past the point. Because the guy stopped, he just antagonized Wilder and made him respond. Now with the other guy, with me, he didn't make me respond. I said, God bless you, put him on mute. I wish people like that will, and I keep my distance, because all they want to do is trick you out of your position. All they want to do is trick you out of your position, get you to a point where people look at you like you're the wrong party, not the wronged party, but the wrong party. So all that's been happening to me is I've been continually getting blessed, and people been showing me love. So that's what happens. What the enemy means for bad, God will turn to good, and turn it in your favor. Now, Wilder was put in a position where he had no choice but to react. He put himself in that, and they put him in with Talk Sport and Simon Jordan and all that stuff. Simon Jordan was wrong, and Wilder had really the only way out for Wilder was to uh stop commenting, say no commenting, and do what he, what I'm saying, and make it a short interview. Let them close out the interview, right? Let them just finish out the interview, and you sit there and let Chisora talk, and then once they done, you get up and you leave, you don't say nothing, you don't do nothing. Now, people be like, dang, they got up out of Wilder's skin, yeah. uh but at the end of the day, that would have been better than being explosive, throwing out a interview. Uh, because the UK, they don't get down like that. They believe that's unbecoming behavior, right? Oh, you couldn't keep your cool. This brother just asked you a simple question. You couldn't even keep your cool. He's challenging you. You can't keep your cool. He's disrespecting you. You can't keep your cool. So we're gonna have challenges in life. We're supposed to be challenged in life. That's a part of life. But we have to ensure that all in still we stay to ourselves. We be ourselves. You know, Wilder is I mean, as a man of God, a child of God, you should never allow people to get up under your skin that way. With everything you said that preceded your actions are counteracted because the young people or the people that was observing you, they don't remember all the good that you said and did before that. All they remember is that you blew up, you showed your backside, and you had to run out of the building. You just pretty much ran out. So we gotta make, like, that's why as a public figure, somebody in the public light, we have to be cognizant of what we're doing every day and at all times because it's always somebody watching you. Now, somebody's going to think, well, damn, the fight is a lot bigger now. There's a lot of cost to that because the next young person that blows up when they ask questions, it's not going to work out too favorable. He's not going to be in Wilder's position. So that's why we always have to lead by example. Appreciate you, Carrie. Yeah, we gotta cook on this, man. This is real life stuff. Free, you still in here? My bad. I think Free was moving around. Let me see if Free.
Yeah, I'm in here, but yeah,
Okay,
I
cool.
am moving around. But I'm trying to figure out how the hell make this goddamn delivery. This daggone snow is fucked up
Mm, I got you,
out here.
Free. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
I was up there. I was up there not too long ago. It was decent in Columbia.
Yeah, Columbia is decent, but I'm out here in B-more. And B-more, it is hectic. It's like the streets is messed up. You can't even tell where to park at.
Uh.
I'm just gonna
So
park right here for a second.
now do your thing, Free.
No, I'm still
Yeah,
able to
let
talk.
me. Did you
Go
did
ahead.
you see did you see any of it? Because I had to watch it this morning after I seen Ness made a thumbnail. I didn't know it would happen, and I had watched it this morning. Did you get a chance to see the interview on Talk Sport?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to catch it because I was moving around last night and this morning, so I didn't even get a chance to catch it.
I got you. It was I was excited to kind of see well from this for when I was kind of excited to see what had happened. I was like, okay, let me see what happened. And it was hold on, let me put you, it's a lot of background. Let me put you it was really a lot of it was really like, how do I put this? Same old, right? You hear me, Carrie? Same old. Like nothing I didn't expect. A reason why, a lot of times, black men, us, me, we, uh, explode, right? Um, Salute to the good brother BVO. When we get into situations where somebody doesn't look like us challenges us, right? Now we feel disrespected. He felt like Simon Jordan would not challenge Carl Froch like that, would not disrespect Tyson Fury like that. Now, we got to stop, man. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I tell y'all this all the time. It's not about color, it's about character. That brother Simon Jordan, he didn't care what Deontay Wilder thought, because when Deontay Wilder told him to ease up, I ain't talking about this, let's move on, I'm not talking about Fury, he still moved forward. Simon Jones still moved forward and antagonized that brother. So maybe whether that's based on Deontay Wilder's color or Simon Jordan's character, we have an issue. That's the issue that play. We need to ensure that you care about the next man regardless of color, because a character can get you laid out on the street, right? So, and that's what, and if it wasn't nobody else in there, Simon Jordan would be laid out. But at the end of the day, under no circumstances is that okay. Under no circumstances can we ever get overly emotional and feel comfortable as men. As men, it's predicated upon us to lead by example in all walks of life. In everything we do, we have to lead by example. So how we react, how we act, it's all being watched. Everywhere we go, we're being watched. So Wilder had an opportunity right there to show the youth, show people that's supporting him and people that are looking up to Wilder how to handle tough questions or handle somebody that may has an obscure point of view. But if you can box or if you have an elite skill set, maybe I don't want you to read and better your knowledge. Maybe I want to keep you in a certain state, in the same state, doing the same things over and over again. Huh? That sound familiar? Why are we dealing with grown men that keep doing the same thing over and over again, not making adjustments? It's because you're being enabled by somebody or something. So listen, this thing is very layered. I'm cooking this morning. This is very layered. But a lot of these guys are being enabled and nobody's really making sure they have corrective action, right? Now you're gonna end up getting disciplinary action if there's no corrective behavior. So what Wilder did right there, if I would have did that, um, it's no, you don't know what could happen. You know what could happen, but you never want to put yourself in a position where other men have to restrain you and you know what I'm saying, hold you down. Like that's a bad look. That's a bad look. So I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna say this. In all things we do, we have to hold a certain standard and we have to make sure that at the end of every day, our back is straight, we standing tall, we can hold our head high. We want to limit the amount of times that we have to apologize, that we have to, you know, come back, kind of saying, I'm sorry about that, man. I didn't mean that. We have to think on our feet, and have some discernment. Think before you speak. Break this person down. What is this person's intention? When you're talking to me, I need to look at you. What is this person's intention? Intention. What is he trying to gain? Yeah. We got to be more cerebral. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I let that to say it's very important to make sure we're teaching people to continuously read, continuously develop your education, continuously grow as a person. So that way you always ensure when you're in these kind of tough situations, you have a skill set that can handle them properly. And that way you'll be the example people can follow. Coach Eddie, talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Another
Hey, good.
beautiful day. Thankful, man. Thankful.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I did watch the entirety of the interview. Started off very well, man. It's good, going good. And then when, like I say, he asked the Tyson Fury question, that was a trigger thing with the Tyson Fury situation, the Wilder situation, is that there's too much evidence out there on the internet, and I'm not saying evidence, but also things that Wilder said that you can always go back to and find himself where he may have contradicted himself on one platform or said something different on another. Just like an investigation, that's what they look for. They look for inconsistencies in what you're saying. And they're really like some things, that's like a lot of baseless claims that he made out there. Like as far as like Mark Breland spiking your water, that's a baseless claim. You have no evidence. You have no proof. It's clear speculation. So how you gonna just single out Mark Breland after one that spike your water? There's no motive for Mark Breland to even spike your water. For what? You were undefeated at the time. I mean, it's his benefit for you to keep winning, for you to remain undefeated, for you to remain champion. That was a baseless claim. Then, as far as like no egg weights being inserted into some gloves, another baseless claim. JD said they watch you get your hands wrapped up. They watch you get the gloves put on. He physically was able to touch the gloves and inspect them when you put your hands in the glove. The referee, when they get in, the first thing they do, they touch your gloves when you get in the ring to make sure they on right. They're feeling for any inconsistencies in those gloves because they had things happen in the past with the Resto. But Resto removed the padding from the glove from Panama. I think it was Panama Lewis. I can't remember the guy's name, but he removed the padding from the gloves, and then they wound up going to jail for that. And he got banned. He could never work another corner in professional boxing. So everything, like, so you're making a lot of claim stuff, and if you got the evidence, like you said, you got the evidence, bring it forth, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, expose this guy. Now, am I saying that Tyson Fury doesn't use cheap or dirty tactics? Absolutely. Has he been known to, pull stuffing out of gloves and sparring? Yes, he done that. There was evidence. But see, the person that did that made that allegation, guess what they did? They provided the evidence. The sparring partner that said they caught Tyson Fury using tampered gloves, he provided evidence, video evidence, and shown that he had proof, 100% proof that Tyson Fury pulled stuffing out of the gloves. When you make proof, when you make allegation, you got to have proof. Until some point, it turns into slander if you don't have any evidence. People. I mean, the whole glove gate thing. That was a 2 or 3 year debacle, and now it seems like it's all coming back. You know what I mean? But I understand what you said. But Wilder has to be aware where you at. You got to be able to read the room. You know that you're going on Simon Jordan's show. He's known for doing that, not just to Wilder, but many boxers that come on that platform have had issues with him. He gives Anthony Joshua a hard time. He gives a lot of fighters hard times. So you know that you're going to get a guy who's going to try to push your buttons, and you got to be prepared for that. You had nowhere in the world you didn't know that he was not going to ask you that question. So I think Wilder probably did that on purpose, also just to go viral. It was a viral moment. It's an opportunity. So I think he did use dramatize it, and make it more dramatic, so it would go viral. So maybe shout out to him for that. That's a smart play because we all talking about Wilder now. Maybe that was his Muhammad Ali moment. With no Viet Cong ever called me the N-word. Maybe that's his Muhammad Ali moment. Well, now he's etched in history in stone for standing up and saying what he had to say. And whether I agree with it or not, he had the right to say what he wants to say, freedom of speech. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, brother.
I'm with you on it, Coach. Appreciate you pulling up, cooking on it for us. Now, and you broke it down beautifully. We can leave it there. Talk about this Devin and Shakur for me, Coach. What's your thoughts on that? They talking about a DAZN ring pay-per-view, Devin versus Shakur. Do you believe that's a good fight? And who do you want to well, let me say this. Who do you feel like is gonna win that fight?
Yeah, man. I think that's an excellent fight, man. If the zone, like I say, if the zone wants to pay for it, I have no problem with it, man. I just want to see the best fight the best. Like I said, like we mentioned yesterday, we all talked about there is work there at 140 for Shakur, but at the same time, we're in a different atmosphere in boxing, and it seems to be a pattern and a trend that these guys are moving around weight classes, just looking for the biggest and best fights. And I can't shout a man, I can't knock a man for wanting to get as much money as he can, every time he get in the ring. So Devin and Shakur is able to get it together. I'm cool with that. The only thing I want to say is that I don't want any rehydration clause. If you want to move up and challenge Devin at 147, fight him straight up. Don't try to handicap him. Don't try to put no rehydration clause on him. That you said you was better than the man. You said you could beat him on any given day. Okay, then let's get it on. Let's see what happened. Now in that fight, man. I'm going to favor Devin to beat Shakur in that fight. I would get an edge to Devin because Devin has the skill. Both guys are tremendously skilled. Both guys bring a different puzzle to the table, so to speak. I think Devin has the better feet. I think Devin was able to get up on his toes a little bit more and box and move. Has a better lateral movement. I think Shakur will have a hard time with that jab because Shakur is at his best when he's counterpunching. That's when he's at his best. When he in my opinion, he sits in the pocket. He's got excellent timing. He's a great counterpuncher. Devin is a tremendous fighter in himself, boxing IQ, boxing pedigree, and not only that, now he's showing this power that he can really, really be a good puncher at 147. You know what I mean? So Devin Haney, he's a force to be reckoned with. And I think, with those two guys, I think that fight will be a little bit more spirited because both guys are definitely going to want to make a statement. Both guys do not want to lose. Man, yeah, I think it'll be a tremendous, tremendous battle, man. It got all the makings of a classic if both guys are willing to go out there and put it on. And like I say, Devin already shown that he has the heart of a lion anyway. Just to get knocked out and keep getting back up and showing that will to win. I think Devin, he displayed that he has more dog in him than Shakur. Not saying that Shakur doesn't have it. Maybe he hadn't had to show it yet because nobody's pushed him to that limit where he had to, get it off the canvas, where he had to dig deep and show his pedigree. But it's yet to be seen. Yeah, but Devin, I think that jab is superior, man, and I think that's gonna give Shakur a very, very hard time, man. And I picked Devin to win that fight.
Now, Coach, do you see Devin as a pound for pound fighter? Do you think he's one of the top 10 in the sport?
Yeah, currently, yes, yeah. In this generation, with this picking from the fighters that are around him right now, yeah. In his generation, he's a pound for pound talent. He's shown that he's willing to get in there with anybody. He's shown that he has skills, and shown that he has pedigree. And like I say, everything from right now, he just continue to grow. If he continue to fight the best opposition, then that's just going to further solidify him. But yeah, he's a good fighter, man.
Now, after you seen Shakur go for his fourth division, so you feel like that jab is going to be too much for Shakur? That's interesting.
Yeah, I do. Remember, Devin, he's rangy. I think he's maybe a little bit taller than Shakur, a little bit more of a rangier fighter. Like I say, even with the champion, I know they say fourth division champion. Yeah, I'm gonna be 100. That championship he got from De Los Santos, man. That was whack, bro. Yeah, you got a belt, but it was whack, man. It is what it is, brother. If anybody want to argue, debate that, hey, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. That was just my opinion. You won, but it was a stinker. It was kind of like when Klitschko beat when Tyson Fury beat Klitschko. Yeah, he beat him, but it was a stinker. Yeah, that's probably one of the worst heavyweight boxing matches of all time. outside of Henry Akawande fighting Lennox Lewis when he got disqualified for just holding on, man. That's a horrible fight to watch. But yeah, that was the statement. So that 135, yeah, I don't really count that trash, man. It was garbage, bro.
That fight that he had with De La Santos, that was for the vacant WBC belt.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
I didn't even realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I
That was one of his divisions.
I thought Shakur was coming in as the champion for that fight. I didn't even realize that was for the vacant. I thought he fought somebody else for the vacant.
No.
Yeah, that was boo boo, man. That was donkey.
Yeah,
That
because
fight was
they
trash,
I mean,
bro.
it was a bad performance from both of them, but I will say Shakur did land the most punches, so I guess you got to give it to him because if you look at it, and like I said, in my opinion, I thought it should have been a draw, but if you're going by score criteria, Shakur did land majority of the punches, so I guess you give it to him, but it was a lackluster performance from both of them.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. That fight was cheap. Both men stunk it up, man. Both men stumped the joint up right there. That was an abysmal performance by both guys.
yeah, he
And
had a
for that to
few.
be
He
a
had 3
championship
defenses of
fight,
the
yeah.
title, which is good though. He fought. His first fight at 135. Shakur's first fight was Yoshino, and he stopped him in
Right.
6 rounds. They didn't have anything on the line, but he was still in the like essentially the mandatory position. And then they just put the vacant on the line versus De La Santos. I think De La Santos was like number 6 or something like that at the time, and he pretty much was the one that accepted it. It was supposed to be Frank Martin, and then for the Frank Martin fight fell out. But Shakur defended it against Artem, Padley, and Zepeda. Coach
Hey,
Eddie. So talk about that. I mean, real quick. So you saying was he a legitimate champion at 135?
Yeah, I mean, I think Artem was a solid competitor. You know what I mean? That was a good win because we never heard of the guy, but he still showed that he had skills and that he belonged in the ring. I mean, Shakur didn't go out there and just blow the guy out. It was somewhat competitive, but yes, Shakur definitely won the fight, and Artem did compete. I just put it like that. He didn't lay down. He came to fight. You know what I'm saying, and he competed.
It looked like
Pally did
everybody
his,
came to fight, Coach, except Tio.
yeah.
Because let me just say this: Artem 116, 112, 118, 110, and then 119, 109. So
hey,
he dominated Artem in the judges' eyes. I think these guys give a good account of themselves. Uh, he's looking like that's looking like a decent 135 resume right now. All things considered, if we really want to go back and look at some of these other guys, especially when
hey,
they done
I'm gonna
lost.
tell you something. If they don't make that Shakur and Devin fight, I
Hello.
still would love to. I still would love to see Shakur versus Frank Martin,
Oh yeah, I
especially
like that fight. That's a great
after what
fight
Frank
right there.
Martin just did to his opponent at 140 for the first time and being at 140. I still would love to see what that fight looked like. I still would give the edge to Shakur, but I think Frank Martin's going to put a hell of a fight together, and I
Yeah,
wouldn't say it's going to be a walk in the park for Shakur. Frank Martin got he got good boxing ability, he got good power, he got decent defense. I think it's definitely going to be a more competitive fight than what we saw with Tio.
Let
yeah,
me say this too.
100%, 100%.
Nahir Nahir Albright versus Frank Martin,
Good fight,
February 21st.
good fight.
Yeah.
Albright's no slouch. Still, a lot of these guys they on that little, I guess quote unquote lower tier, but these guys aren't slouches, man. And that's the thing. If you look at a guy's resume, you're not going to fight elite guys every time out because
Hey,
they're not all elite. But you are going to have some tough competitors on your resume. Some guys that show up and fight, some guys that are going to push you, and some guys are going to make you work. You know what I'm saying? So I think Frank Martin actually will be way harder fight than the T.O. fight. Way harder because that
I mean,
athleticism.
if you look at the Albright fight, a lot of people say Albright gave Keyshawn his toughest fight to date, and he turned around and beat Keyshawn's brother. So it's not like Albright is a easy win. Now, Frank Martin go out there and make him look easy. People going to start to say, okay, what's up with Keyshawn and Frank? Because Frank that was Keyshawn's toughest fight against Albright, and Frank Martin beat him easy.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big fight then. I think that's what I'm talking about the last couple of weeks. Shakur has passed a lot of these fights respectfully. I know the style matchup, it makes sense, and we will want to see it. And Coach been on me about this, but it just seems like a lot of these guys are more so still in prove-it positions, or still just coming on the scene. You know, Shakur, Devin, T.O. I mean, these dudes been around, like been champion since like 2019, 6 or 7 years. A lot of these guys just got their titles in 2025. So
Uh,
I
yeah.
I just feel like I feel like Shakur, I think the powers that be, that's why they're positioning Shakur versus Devin, because those are two people from the same era. And I think the people will support that type of pay-per-view, that type of matchup.
And I
Hey,
understand, but like I said, but
real,
then what do you do after that? That's what I'm saying. It's always an after that. So you
Yeah,
you can't
unify.
discount these guys. You know what I'm saying? That are quote unquote maybe not as proven or don't have the accolades, because you can't just continue to fight names all the time. I guess you can, but none of these guys are where Mayweather. They're trying to fast forward. See, let me tell you what they're doing. They're skipping the money Mayweather portion. I mean the pretty boy segment of Floyd's career, and they're going straight to the money. They're looking for names, and they don't really have that middle ground right there where they had to fight the Sean Bay Mitchells, the Jesse James Lehis, the Diego Corrales, the Miguel Cottos, all those guys that make you that type of fighter. They're trying to skip past that, and they're basically trying to fool the public because it's all about perception at the end of the day. Yeah, Devin. Okay, after you fight Devin,
yeah,
then who you gonna fight after that?
Go ahead, Free.
yeah. No, I was gonna say what Aircraft said. He said Turkey wouldn't pay for a Shakur versus Frank. Shakur's not signed to Turkey. He signed to Eddie Hearn. Turkey is asking for Devin and Shakur. That's what Turkey wants, because Devin is signed to Turkey. So that's what Turkey wants. But not Shakur's not signed to Turkey. He signed to Eddie Hearn. So Eddie Hearn. I mean, and if Turkey wants to fight, he'll put it on. But it wouldn't be up to Turkey for the Shakur and Frank.
I think Eddie Hearn is gonna keep Shakur away from Devin, man. I don't,
It don't
that's just
seem
my
like
opinion.
Devin gonna get any fighters on Matchroom unless he signed.
He might not. He might not. He
Hmm.
just might not, unless somebody is a mandatory.
Jack
Yeah,
Catterall
because
might get the fight. Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Eddie Hearn is about playing the long game. Anthony Joshua's getting ready to hang it up, man. So he's trying to find him a few fighters that he can, have in the stable for the next, you know, 4 to 6 years. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I don't see him putting Shakur out there with Devin. He knows, even though he talks bad about Devin, he knows what Devin brings to the table, and he knows the challenges that Devin brings. And the thing about it is,
I think
once Devin get out in front of you, it's hard to catch up. You ain't really gonna catch up to him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's a wrap.
I think Eddie will only put Devin in a fight with one of his fighters if he got a fighter that he believes without a shadow of doubt he's gonna win. Like if it's a Jerome Ennis, I think Eddie Hearn will do it. He believes that Jerome Ennis can beat Devin, so I think he'll do it. But if he got a slight thought that Devin could win this fight, or is a good chance that Devin win this fight, like the Josh Kelly or something like that, If he think Devin has a good chance of winning that fight, he ain't put Devin in that fight. I'm like, nope, not gonna do that. I'm gonna put it in with somebody that I believe has a good chance of beating Devin.
Right. It's not. It's business free. It ain't personal. What's going on, Juan?
Ain't no much, player. Let's go with you.
Man, just blessed here with
Going
the
on,
fellas. We just cooking shop,
Hey, yo,
talking
free.
shop.
What's good with you, player? I haven't heard from you in years, player.
huh?
I said I
Nah,
haven't
free.
heard from you in a grip, player. Let's go with you.
Free was here yesterday. Free
I
was
didn't
on
even
me.
vi- I didn't even hear him yesterday. That was crazy. Y'all
Nah,
niggas stop talking.
you just came in
Uh,
after. You just came a little later. Yeah, you just came a little later, boy.
what's going on, Juan?
Ain't much, player. You know how it go.
Listen, Juan just been picking a whole lot of fights. Right? Got called Keyshawn to stop Jermaine. Let me ask you this, Juan, while you in here.
It's good.
Devin versus Devin versus Shakur pay per view, the Zone Ring pay per view. Um, Hold on, I'm trying to hear what the conversation is. Hold
Hold on.
on.
That man stopped the whole line to be nosy.
I couldn't hear myself, so I was just like, hold on, let me see what they say. But Juan, cook on this when you can. When you can. We talking about this Devin versus Shakur. The ring is going to set up a pay-per-view. They're looking to set up a pay-per-view event. Now, Coach Eddie didn't already put it out there. He got Haney. He feel like the jab is going to be too much for Shakur. Man, Shakur is looking like a generational fighter, the fifth king, the first king. He's looking like the top guy. What's your take, Juan, when you can speak on it? How do you see that fight playing out?
Um, Keyshawn versus, I mean not Keyshawn, Shakur versus fucking Dev. That's a hard fight to call. I wouldn't even tell you how to really call that.
Sh-
Um,
the Shakur versus Dev.
yeah, as I'm saying,
Okay.
Shakur versus Dev is I don't even know how to call that. I mean, depends who can establish it. Shut up. What happened? You good? What happened? What you need to know?
Our brother Juan Claudio, we see he's definitely working. Salute to Bella. Appreciate you pulling up.
My fault. Fucking, no, I don't know. That's a 50-50 fight. That's definitely a 50-50 fight. I can't even tell you that.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. But yeah, just let them know, man. You on your boy podcast. Uh,
We could. Now you're asking me some dumb shit. Um, fucking yeah, no, I don't know. It would have to be who establishes themselves first. Like same way that this fight was happening. It's whoever establishes themselves first. If you can establish yourself first, you probably gonna be the winner.
yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. 1000%. Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. Now the Keyshawn Davis versus Devin Haney. That's in the talks as well. So we got to see where they land. I think the Shakur fight makes the most sense. I think if Frank Martin, whoever wins the Frank Martin versus Nahir Albright fight, that's who Keyshawn is gonna fight. Everything is positioning itself very well. You also got Gary Antoine Russell. He's gonna handle his mandatory on the ring card. So Ring is doing good business. They putting the fights together with all the potential opponents. They got Hitchens versus Duarte. So the winner of that is in play. Um, they got a lot of smoke going on. We just got to see what's going to happen with Rolly, Pacquiao. We just got to see what's happening with them. And we know Lewis Crocker, he's locked into the Liam Paro. They haven't put a date on it, but of course, you know, the IBF has essentially mandated that fight. So We got to see how everything play out. Hold on, let me refresh. I can't hear y'all. Hold on. Coach, free.
You're
Yeah, I was just about to say, is everybody on mute? Am I tripping? Stream y'all, you got to do better. Oh shit, I'm getting a phone call. Fuck. Oh, okay, Juan said he can hear me. He on mute. You said I'm breaking up, Blue? Am I still breaking up? StreamYard is trash. You got to do better on.
What would you consider to be the signature win of your career to date?
I would say Ryan.
Concern that they continue to creep up the body and block, work done down to the body. Talk about putting it.
Yeah, that last knockout was kind of crazy.
AB3, I want you to look at my message.
Which one?
Okay, well, I mean, I need you to go up there, look at the message where it
Why
says,
can't you
if
just tell
Devin.
me, Blue? Why you got all these mental gymnastics you want to put a nigga through, man?
Why I gotta
Talk to
put you
me.
through mental gymnastics, nigga? I'm
You
talking to
making
you,
me
nigga.
scroll. You making me
Yeah,
try to
go
find
listen,
messages.
listen,
Just tell
listen,
me.
listen, listen. It ain't that far up, bro. It's better. It's more genuine when you read it your damn self. Read it, bro. It
It's
says,
not.
if
It's not
Devin
my
is willing
words,
to
Blue.
fight
It's you.
Xander, listen to me. If
You
Devin
picking
is
Xander. You
willing to
picking Haney.
fight Xander, oh man, read the message, bro, and then respond.
You
If
saying?
Devin
I heard
is
what you
willing
said.
to fight
I heard
Xander,
what you said, Boots. You said Devin is ducking Boots if he can go up and fight Xander.
okay,
That's what
so
you saying.
respond. Respond.
Uh,
No, 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 that's not all I'm saying. Look at it. Look at the last part.
you saying he's cherry picking Xander. So you think Xander's an easier fight?
No, it's what they think. Him and Bill. Bill said he's food. You know what I'm saying? And then when he seen, and then Devin looked at it. This is the reason why I keep telling you guys. I keep saying this over and over, and you know I've been saying this, that Devin and them, they pick their fights very, very specifically. Now listen to what I'm saying. Now even Devin exposed himself. Devin exposed himself, bro, and had the he's got two belts. Devin
Who you
exposed
picking
himself,
in the
bro.
fight, Blue?
Man, I ain't pick. Look, I don't care. Man. Devin, I think Devin, bro. Devin got the win. He gonna pull it off.
All
Why are you
right, bro.
laughing? Give your opinion, please. Stop going off what I'm saying. I want you to respond to it. That's the whole point I wanted to read it for.
I'm with you on that. My apologies, Blue. I ducked and curved it. Um,
Yeah, thank you.
I did read it, but I read it in bits and pieces. I mean, for one, Boost is a harder fight in my opinion than Xander.
Exactly. But if you claim it,
And
listen. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. My apologies, fam.
now, with that being said, I don't have, for not right now. I just don't have Devin just moving up and watching Xander. We got to really see that fight. Maybe he
But
does.
read the context. But no matter what he said, he's not ready. He's not. He doesn't want. He's not moving up to 154 yet. He's not ready for it.
He's
But then,
not. He's not. But what
listen.
happens
But
is
listen to
this.
what I'm. Nah. Listen to me. If he says he's not ready for it, and then all of a sudden the nigga licking his chops, him and his dad licking his chops, that nigga's cherry picking, bro. He could have fought fucking Boots then. Like, bro, if you claim to be the best fighter and you want to be the best, man, be the best, man. Why are you ducking smoke? Why are you ducking? Oh, I can't do it 152. You know what I'm saying? Because I just got to 152, 147. But now you willing to go up there because a motherfucker got two belts. Excuse me, bro. A gentleman, your opponent has two belts. Now all of a sudden you licking your chops because you feel like he's a what? A cherry pick? And you can expose him because even Mickey Bay said, look, Mickey Bay says, man, that's easy for us. We gonna break down anything that he do. We better than anything he does. Talking about Xander's eyes, bro.
Listen, man. At the end of the day, if that's how they feel, that's how they feel. If that's how they talking, that's how they talking. We got to see who they actually signed to fight. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, you could have that reaction if they make an agreement, but right now it's all wolf. It's all talks because it's too many opposing arguments, people saying different things. You know, Bill said he fooled. Then I just watched Bill say that was Xander was like low on their priority list.
Hold on.
So
Hey,
it don't
Queen,
make sense.
please hit Queen, please click the link. Look. If they click the link, most definitely, we love to hear your voice and your opinion on the matter. Am I right, B3? You dig?
Ah,
Of course.
You
ah,
know
my
what I'm
boy.
Bella,
saying?
you can get Bella
I've been,
Faith on the live. You
Yeah,
being
I'm
go
like
ahead,
I
silly.
said.
brother.
You
Listen,
doing the right thing.
thank you. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. Queen, get up here, Queen. We waiting on you, Queen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dig. Come up here and dispute what I said. Holla at your boy, you dig? You know what I'm
Not to
saying? Because
holler at
I
the
said
boy
what I
is
said.
crazy work.
You know what I'm saying?
But hold on, here's the thing. Y'all, everybody's reaching with the cherry pick situation. Xander would have to be Hold on.
Mm-mm.
Hold on. Xander being a unified champion, if he could jump boost and get that fight, he's putting himself in a position where boost is his mandatory.
Let me ask you
So you
something,
cannot.
fam.
So you kind of have to pivot your thought process. Now, if he avoided
Okay.
the boost fight after that, then you can say he cherry picked and ducked. But if
Nah,
he put him, hold on. Everybody has been asking. You even asked. You even said after the Brian Norman Jr. fight that you didn't feel like that was a real fight. That you wanted him to go up,
thank
fight
you.
Boost, take a real challenge. That's what you said, Blue. And I'm telling
Okay,
you,
nigga, I'm still saying it.
you gotta wait and let this thing play out. Because if Devin goes up to 154 and fights Xander
Mm-mm.
Zayas, he's doing dog work and he's showing you that he really
I
is
don't need to.
the pound for
Okay,
pound number one right
okay,
now.
so B3.
That will be
But hold
pound
on.
for
Let me
pound
let me
number
talk.
one type of
Let me let
movement.
me let me let me respond, fam.
Okay.
I don't need to do that. You want to know why? Because your boy Devin's all over the place. He want to fight Shakur. He want to fight Keyshawn. He want to fight. You know what I'm saying? He want to fight Boots. He want to fight Xander. He want to fight all these fighters, bro. He is
He's
all over the
trying to
place.
get paid, man. Don't you get that, Blue? It's his prize fighting. He
Nah,
needs.
nah,
Hold on, hold on, hold
nah.
on.
If he want to
If
get
he don't,
paid,
hold
the
on, hold
bigger.
on, Blue.
Hold on. No, no. If he wants to get paid, I'm responding to what you just said. If he wants
Yeah.
to get paid, the better fight and the more money is with Boots, and you know this.
We got to see.
Nah,
We
ain't
got
no.
to
We
see
got
I
to
mean,
because
see.
hold on,
not
because
entirely,
Nah, it
not
ain't no.
entirely,
yeah, not entirely
not
because
entirely,
Nah,
not
think
entirely.
nah,
about it. Ron
nah.
is Puerto Rican.
It ain't.
Ron,
It's
no,
no. It's no.
this
It's
Not
is
not.
entirely.
it's a
Oh,
Not
it's a completely
it's not.
blue,
different
blue. Listen,
demographic.
blue.
No,
Listen,
no. Y'all
listen, blue.
biased.
Listen, blue.
Y'all being
Listen.
biased right
No,
now.
listen, blue.
Yeah, you
Listen,
gotta
blue. Listen,
listen though, bro.
listen. Right, listen. So we don't like for y'all that don't know. This is a little bit of history right here, right? The Coliseum,
Yeah,
where
Michael,
Xander
that's a
just,
fact. The most money with Ryan.
you know what I'm saying? The Coliseum where he just fought with fucking Abbas, right? Fits, I don't know how many, but it's a lot of people, right?
Can I say
There's
something real quick? When
no,
you
no,
say a
hold
boss,
on. No,
a
yeah,
boss is a
listen,
weak
listen.
champion. You know that.
Listen. This is the money talking. This is the money talk. I'm not talking about nothing
Hmm.
else.
Hmm.
He just fought a boss there, right? And there's only been few fighters that fought there. So the few fighters that fought there is Tito, Cotto, and I believe Rosario. There's only been a few that fought there that has actually fought there and sold out the stadium. The one time that it's been sold out, the one time, the only one time that's been sold out is when this kid just fought. That goes to show you that this kid is something that sells the going goal. When you go to New York and you watch this kid fight, the whole crowd is Puerto Rican. It's not just
Bro, that's
one
like,
section. It's the
listen,
whole
did he fight a
crowd is
50?
Puerto Rican.
Let me
Huh?
ask you something. So do you believe that was a 50-50 fight that he just did?
No, it's not a 50 fight. Listen, it's
Oh,
not a
no,
50
listen,
50 fight.
listen. I have a reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Give
I'm
me a
listening to you.
second.
Go ahead.
Okay, give me a second. Is that a 50-50 fight that he just had, that the opponent he just
No,
had?
it wasn't a 50, but you got to
Okay, so
understand.
let
You're
me,
talking, we're
no, no, no,
talking
no, no, no.
money.
Let
We're
me, let
talking
me, let
money.
me,
We're not talking 50 50 fights. We're talking money right now. You're
okay,
saying
let me land
that
my
that
plane.
won't
Let me
sell,
land
that
my
will sell.
plane. Let me land my plane, please. The
Let your
reason,
phone, man.
and then you have it. I promise you have it, fam. The reason why I'm saying it's a cherry pick for Devin is because the simple fact is we all know that Xander is supposed to beat that gentleman. We all know this. So let's move past that. So what I'm saying is that's why even Devin looked at him like, hold on, he got two belts. That nigga got two belts. He's the easiest champion right now with two belts. He got gifted those, bro. He got gifted the belt, and then he fought somebody that basically ain't shit. Excuse my language. I apologize, brother. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? B3. I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to watch what I
What you
say.
say, bro? Why you
Not
apologizing? What happened? I missed it.
nothing.
Oh, okay, I got you. I'll run the drop for you. I ain't ran it in a while.
I try to get out of it. I try to get out of it, B3, and you still put it on me. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, so my contradiction with you there is he's not a cherry pick per se. I think when you talk about cherry pick, I think there's
Aircraft,
flaws in his game. There's
aircraft.
flaws.
We don't
There's
want
a
to hear what
flaw.
you got to say, bro. You don't ever come up here and voice your opinion, period. All you do is text.
There's a flaw with him.
Ooh.
There's flaws with him. I can point them out
But
as
hold on. Before you go off, I gotta say, Carrie is a big supporter of the show. Always blessing the cash app. So let me just say this: Carrie approved he's a real person. Now, if
mhm.
you send money to somebody, that proves you're a real person. I don't get your voice. Respectfully, is second to that.
Bars.
Bro,
Respectfully.
are you? Oh, you know what? No, don't do that, man, because that'll make me think
When I
differently.
say
You.
when I say your
Nah, don't do
voice,
that.
hold on. When I
Don't do
say
that.
your
Don't do
voice,
that, because that'll
I
make
didn't
me think
mean Blue
differently than
Hustle
you.
Man. I didn't mean Blue Hustle Man. I'm just saying in general. People say a lot. We got bots, we got AI to talk. But
Okay,
when I'm
well,
telling you,
don't.
when you blessing somebody, when you sowing a seed into their life, that's a
You
whole
could
different
throw
ball game.
you could throw a seed in there just to influence a person to feel a certain kind of way, even though when you're doing what you're doing. You know this, and I know this.
If there
Money
was
talks, and
somebody, hold on,
yeah.
hold on,
So there's
hold on.
there's
If
there's
somebody,
people
hold
that
on, Blue.
always use money
Time
for their
out, Blue.
benefit.
Time out,
Nah,
Blue.
people use
If
money for
somebody said,
to
hold on, what did he
influence.
say? Blue Hustle Man just say anything. He said, okay, he said he don't know shit about boxing. That's just a boxing term. Now, if he disrespected your character or be saying something
Nah, don't
outlandish,
do
I
that.
could
That's
feel
how I
you.
feel.
I
It's
could
not
feel
about how
you.
you feel. B3. This is how I feel, not how you feel. Don't do that, please.
But no, but you want me to have like a
I didn't ask you to have anything. I just spoke my opinion. I didn't say, hey, B3, what do you think about what he said about me? I didn't say none of that. I'm speaking my opinion, and that's what it is.
So
yeah, you definitely don't all agree with all my takes here. That's a
Okay,
fact.
so okay, so that's
But
what it
that's
is.
a part of it. That's a
Yeah,
part of
you
it.
do. Aircraft,
You
yes, you
need
do. Yes, you do. He said, I don't agree with all V3 takes. Yes, you do. In
no,
my
he don't.
opinion,
No,
yes, you do.
I think me.
Nah,
Nah,
that's
nah.
cap. That's cap. Let me say this. Let
no,
me
you
say
don't.
this and put a cap on it. If I said anything offensive, my apologies. But I'm gonna say
And
this.
hold on,
You need
aircraft still
hold
my
on.
guy though.
You need
Aircraft still my guy though.
of course. The thing is that you need I'm building a community. I'm doing this on TikTok and on YouTube. So you need people to come through just to hit the like. You need people to gift. You need people to donate, show love. Everybody on a team, everybody has a different role to play. Everybody has a different capacity. Some people can come up and lend their voice, like a Blue, like a D Free, like a Coach Eddie, Marky. Want everybody that comes and pulls up on the panel. I appreciate everybody. The ultimate goal in the campaign that I'm starting, I'm on the Make a Million campaign. People that surround and support me are going to understand and know and be able to tell people that they made a millionaire. They watched a guy go from nothing to something. I wasn't even on social media in 2025. Well, I was off it for 11 years. So that's why we're going to be monetized on YouTube at the end of February. And everything is full progression for us.
Hey, that's what's up.
Um,
That's what's up, fam. That's what's up, man.
I
Uh,
mean, the
hey,
the
look. Let me say this real quick, man. B3, yeah, man, I appreciate you, bro, because you don't have to let people on your platform. So I appreciate you. I'm speaking for everybody. You know
you
what I'm
said I
saying?
think.
Because I feel like, I'm being very genuine when I say this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you do a good job. You get up there, you speak your opinion. If even it doesn't matter if we agree with you or not, no matter what, you still speak your opinion and you still willing to allow people to speak their opinion. So that's all that matters, man. Keep up the good work and keep doing what you're doing because you're growing, and that's all it is, man. Keep growing, bro.
mhm.
Fire.
Keep improving.
Appreciate you, Blue. We
Yeah,
got
for
to. It's
sure.
mandatory for us. That's mandatory.
Yeah.
Listen, and we got to lead by example. We was talking a lot about Wilder and
Hold
character
on,
and
hold on,
all that
hold
other
on, hold
stuff
on,
before.
hold
So
on. Let
we
me
got
say
to do
this. Let
our
me say
thing.
this real quick. I don't think that Xander is a weak champion. What it is I I I haven't. I don't see. I'm gonna watch his last fight. I haven't watched his
St.
last
Luke's is
fight.
crazy.
I'm gonna watch his last fight. I'm gonna be very honest. I'm gonna be very genuine with you guys. I'm gonna watch his last fight. I didn't watch that fight, and I wanted
You
to. You
gotta
see what I'm saying?
see. You gotta
So
watch it.
I am going to watch it, and then I'm gonna give my assessment on it. You see what I'm saying? So what I've seen before is Xander. To me, he has put himself in positions to where he has not looked the best. That's what I want to say because people were talking about him very highly. You see what I'm saying? And then he had a fight that he did, and it didn't look that good. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this: I'm gonna look at his last fight, and from him being as tall as he is and elusive and like I know he has good footwork and he's tall and he is, he has a little bit of grit about him. So therefore, what I'm saying is this: he does have the ability and the capacity to be a great fighter, but can he do it? Can he pull it off? That's what I'm really trying to say. You know what I mean? The fight that he just had. I feel like that opponent, he's supposed to do that to him. So I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna see if he's level above the opponent or he's at the same level. He just basically barely beat the opponent. I want to basically make my own assessment.
I'm with you on that. Let me bring Mark in. Mark, how you feeling, bro?
I think he's better than
What's good?
Sebastian
What's good? My bad.
Fundora.
I was on mute. What's good?
My bad.
Nah, you good. You good, Mark. Yeah, we just cooking, man. But we talking about this the zone pay per view. Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson. Do you think that's a good decision? For Devin, to go ahead and defend against Shakur versus moving up versus Xander.
It's
Um,
happening.
yeah, they trying to. Yeah, that's the fight that the zone and ring are looking to make. It's not finalized on a
Hey,
date yet, but that's
listen,
the fight they're looking for.
listen. As long as ain't no rehydration clauses included, I'm happy. That's a great fight.
we wanted it to happen at 135. Not gonna point fingers, but it didn't happen. So, if we get it when both dudes are more mature and in their prime and at a more comfortable weight class, I mean, I'm happy. It's great for boxing.
Who you picking to win?
I'm gonna go with Shakur.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Okay.
Shakur. I've always thought Shakur was more talented, more skilled. I've always thought he was the better athlete. I just think he should win this fight. But Devin Haney himself is obviously a skilled operator. He's obviously had people doubt him before in the past, so it wouldn't surprise me if he went in there and won and found a way to win. But I just see Shakur taking this fight.
I don't see Shakur beating Brian Norman Jr. if they were to fight.
We'll put a friendly 50 on that. I think he would cook Brian Norman.
I'm cool with that. Nah, Shakur ain't killing nothing. I'm gonna tell you why, man.
That's Coach Eddie, right? That's Coach Eddie, right?
Yeah, I'm being
we know.
serious, man.
Coach, I love Coach. You a good coach, bro. I love you. I love your takes. But gosh darn it, man, you be making me think like, what the heck is going on here? That's all I'm saying.
Just cause Devin did something don't mean Shakur could do it. And you got to remember this is a fight at 147. Styles make fights. We just seen Shakur, fight William Zepeda. And William Zepeda put up a much better fight than T.O. did. I'm talking about sometimes when you fighting a bigger guy, a puncher, we seen what Shakur does against punchers. We seen that.
Let me say this to you real quick.
They're two different fighters, man. I just think maybe the weight class.
You are correct.
I think the reason that Brian Norman could probably beat Shakur just because of the size and the weight more than anything. Just because he's 147 pound
he
fighter.
can't beat Shakur, period, bro.
That's your opinion, man. That's your opinion.
Listen. If that fight happened, you want to bet a friend 100? I'm B3. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Listen. Hold on. Coach Eddie, he's not a gambler. He's not a bettor. So y'all stop asking Coach Eddie about gambling and betting.
That sucks.
He ain't doing that.
I would love to win. That sucks.
I think the reason.
How about bragging rights? How about bragging? No. Listen.
No, that's cool.
No money.
Back rights is cool.
Listen. Hold on. No. Listen to what I'm saying. You only got to do nothing physical. All I want you to do is say this. If that fight was to happen, Shakur is the best. Every time you see me on the panel, no matter what, you basically say Shakur is the best, and that man is a top dog. And
hold on.
I give you that for 30 days.
Hold on.
30 days.
Listen. That's what I'm talking about. And I'll say, listen. I'll say the same thing. I'll say the same thing. Because all we doing is just we're giving our opinions, and that's all that matters. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be about money or something physical. Sometimes it could just be about bragging rights. So therefore, that's you see what I'm saying? Because it's just fun. It's about having fun. It's not about stressing yourself out, putting yourself in a position to where you feel like, oh my gosh, you're getting irritated. It's just about having fun. And I know that you are a type of person just like me, like to have fun. We all like to have fun. So therefore, that's what it is.
I think it's an interesting proposition, though. I think that would be a great fight. It would be a good matchup. It would be a highly contested.
So can we have that agreement?
So
I'm cool with that.
For 30 days.
Hold on. So what fight are we? So what fight was this on?
I was talking about. I think that Norman stands a great chance of beating Shakur Stevenson.
So if the fight ever happens, this is what it is.
I'm cool with that.
If the fight ever happens, that if I win, Coach has to basically give him his flowers every day. Listen what I'm saying. But I'm gonna start clarifying this from now on. There's no questions because
blue. Blue, we don't have time for all this, man. Let's bring in Mr. Show. And you trying to get bet solidified. Coach Eddie, he said 30 days is done. He said he'll say Shakur the best for 30 days every time you come on the panel.
Nah, because if
He
I
already
because
locked it in.
remember,
We got it.
And
listen. The reason why
this
I'm
fight
doing
is
that,
never gonna happen.
the,
That's why I want to move on.
listen, I got you. But what
Come
I'm
on,
saying is
Blue.
that way I can't have
Blue.
a person say they don't
Blue.
remember.
We
That's all
got
it
it.
is. You got it.
We got it,
Okay,
Blue.
you got it.
We got it.
You got it.
We got it.
But yeah,
Mr. Show, cook on this, man. Listen. They looking to lock it in, ring in the zone. Devin versus Shakur. What's your thoughts on the matchup? Who you got?
It's a good fight. It's a 50-50 fight.
Hold on, I
I
can't
would
hear Mr.
have to
Show.
give the edge to Devin, being that Devin has fought at the weight class and fought legitimate 47 pounders and beat them. But Shakur is a hell of a talent. Shakur can fight, man. And Shakur is not that much. On fight night, he won't be that much smaller than Devin. He will be smaller, but he won't be that much smaller to where his distance control and his timing could give Devin problems. And Devin isn't the strongest of punchers. So it's a good fight, man, but I would have to lean towards Devin because Devin has a lot of experience in big-time fights, and Devin's fought at 47 before. So I would lean towards Devin. I would say 55-45 Devin.
I think Shakur would probably be giving up about 12 pounds that come fight night.
Yeah. But 12 pounds, Coach, you've been around the game a long time, Coach. 12 pounds it sounds like a lot, but it really ain't.
Yeah, like I say, I picked the same thing. I think Devin would beat Shakur. I think Devin is just Shakur is a great fighter. But one thing that's sticking out is that it's already in the back of Shakur's mind that I won't fight Devin unless there's the rehydration clause. Because that's a kink in his armor right there. Because if he thought that he was 100% sure he would beat him,
that's not true. He said if the money's right, he'll do whatever. He's crazy.
So he already put a stipulation on it already, out of his mouth. I didn't say that. That's what he said. He said he want to put Devin Haney on a rehydration clause. So I'm right there. Edge goes to Devin right there, right off the rip, because mentally he say I don't think I can beat him if he's not on a rehydration clause. That's what he's kind of saying in a roundabout way, in my opinion.
And this is what's funny. Coach. Hold on, this is funny. Didn't the jailbird say the same thing?
Yeah, Tank said the same thing. They want to put a rehydration clause on Devin.
Yeah, man. They feel like he got too much, man. I mean, respectfully.
I'm
too
with
much
y'all
size.
though. I'm with B3 though. I'm with Coach Eddie on this. I don't like it. If you really want to fight the dude, to move up to his division and fight him. All this rehydration and all this, I don't like none of that shit. Waters down the product, in my opinion.
Man, that Brian Norman Jr. win is gonna be the most underrated win in history.
Oh no, that was a great win. That's what I'm saying. It was a great win. Just because Devin did it, don't mean you could do it. Devin had to navigate an entire 12-round fight against a guy who was dangerous all the way to the end. That's why the T.O. Shakur fight and Devin Haney, I give Devin more credit because Brian Norman, in my opinion, it seemed like he was trying to win the whole. He never stopped trying to win.
Right.
So, why would that win be underrated though? Why would that win be underrated? Why would you say that, B3?
I think it was a good win, man.
Well, respectfully, not to throw Blue under the bus, but he came on the panel and said it wasn't even a real fight. He said that he want to see Devin fight Boots because the Norman Jr. fight was trash in his opinion. He was expecting Norman Jr. to do something that Devin didn't allow him to do, neutralized him completely. So
I get it.
These guys are gonna.
That's cold. You know what that's cold for, right?
What's that?
I want to see Devin get beat.
Yeah,
because that was because Brian Norman Jr. He tried to win the whole fight, and he didn't get freaking obliterated.
And I ain't mad at Blue.
He was competitive. He just lost,
I
but
ain't
he was
mad at Blue
competitive.
Hustle, man. I ain't mad at Blue Hustle, man, because he picked the right one. Blue's gonna beat the brakes off them. Rotors and shoes.
What about Xander? What about Xander versus Devin?
Did you see how big Xander was in that ring Saturday night? Did you watch the fight?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing little about Xander's a big dude. I don't know how long Xander gonna be at 54. Xander
I
was
thought they was
huge.
talking about him going to 60.
He was big Saturday night. That dude was big.
Yeah. Sebastian Fondor is a weight bully, man.
Yeah.
Xander gonna have to leave there soon. Xander's only 23 and that big, yeah, he'd be up out of there real soon. Yeah, Devin don't want none of that. Devin needs to leave that alone. He don't want none of that.
A weight bully is Jared Hurd. That nigga was cutting down from 190 pounds.
Whoa.
Or no, he was walking in the ring 190 pounds. Sebastian Fondor is actually a thin guy. The one thing you just say is that he has freakish height and length. That's not fair for a 154.
Who this nigga on that name?
Yeah.
Every time you say the N word, Mark, that's what I just think of Samuel Jackson and Django. Go ahead, Coach.
I mean,
Fondor, he's cutting 20 pounds, man. Which I guess that's okay if you really want to be honest. But yeah, the dude he's coming up like 175, 177. So he is cutting weight. He's not walking around at 154 pounds. And he's doing it for a reason. He definitely has enough height to carry the weight. You know what I mean? There's no ifs and buts about it. He's coming down.
The other day, they were saying that Bachman was talking about going to 47.
Man, he full of
Bachman looked like he was.
There's no advantage there.
Right. I think Bachman just was too out of the ring too long. He had nothing for Josh Kelly. He was out of the ring too long.
He almost stopped Josh Kelly, but he didn't have enough time.
Almost only counts for horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's a fact.
He didn't. And he got put on his pocket.
Now, let me ask y'all this while we're here, right? Because we definitely talked about this. Frank Martin versus Nahir Albright, more than likely positioning to get Keyshawn Davis next. We need picks on that before we get out of here. We need picks on that matchup.
I got Keyshawn.
Nahir Albright.
No, we're talking about Frank versus Nahir.
I got Albright.
Yeah, I got Albright too.
That's an excellent matchup, man. Excellent matchup. I'm gonna lean towards Frank in this fight, but Albright's he's a good fighter. He's a quality operator.
Now, Blue Hustle, who you picking in that matchup? Blue might be doing something. Let me ask. All right, let me pivot real quick. Another fight. We'll be back tomorrow, but another fight we got to talk about this weekend. Brandon Figueroa. He's going to London. He's going to Liverpool. He's going to Liverpool to fight Nick Ball in his backyard. Hold on, I'm getting a call. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me, Coach?
We got you.
Okay, cool. Now, both of these guys look ready. Let me know who y'all got, Nick Ball or Figgy.
I got Figgy. Figgy gets over the hump this time.
I got the wrecking ball, man. Nick Ball, Figueroa. He's looking like a shell of himself, man. I think he's been in a lot of tough fights. Figgy gets over the hump
this time, Coach.
He might, but the way Stephen Fulton did him last time, he looked kind of
Nick Ball is not Stephen Fulton. Nick Ball is not that.
But Stephen Fulton, he looked bad too. His last fight.
Is athletic. Nick Ball, whatever you might say about him, he is athletic as hell. He has really fast hands. And Figueroa,
he
slowed down.
He's gonna get his little ball ass kicked.
You want to put a friendly 50 on that?
No.
There we go.
I don't care enough about the fight to bet on it.
I
Gotta care.
respect
You
it. I
know that,
respect it.
Marky. Yeah, I don't care
I
enough about
respect
that
it.
fight to bet on.
I
He
respect it.
did. He
But
did me the
Nikki
same
Ball,
way
Nikki,
with Raymond Andy
Nikki,
Cruz, and I'm thankful.
yeah, I don't care enough
Nikki,
about that fight to bet on it. But I will tell you
Nikki.
this: if there's a fight
What you
that's
gonna
being
tell me?
made the next fight that's being made that I will bet on, it's Chisora Wilder.
Oh, okay.
I
Who
got
you got?
Chisora.
Who
Stop
you
it.
I
got?
got
I got
Derek.
Chisora
I got Derek by
stopping him.
knockout.
Dang. Yeah, the bomb. It's over with for the bomb squad, man.
I
Del
got
boy.
Derek by knockout.
Whoa.
Vicious knockout.
It's gonna be an overhand or left hook.
Man, it's gonna be one of them
Uppercut.
big overhands.
Uppercut
No, it's
and a
gonna be
right
one
hook.
of them big wide overhands that Derek like to throw.
And and the reason I say that is because I saw the interview yesterday where he got up all in the man's face, was talking crazy. But Wilder on that booger sugar, man.
You think so, man?
That nigga, yeah, he on that
Man,
booger
it's the
sugar, man.
winter
He was
time,
draining
man.
like a
That brother
motherfucker.
was sick, man.
That nigga was draining, man.
Oh man.
He didn't blow his nose one time. He had no tissue up there.
Hanging out in the UK, I wouldn't be surprised.
That motherfucker on that booger sugar, man, he gonna get fucked up. You better leave Jared Chisora alone. Oh, but the check is gonna be nice though. The check gonna be nice. Cause the one thing we do know about Chisora is Chisora don't fight for free.
Yeah, Chisora is a
so
national treasure over there, man.
Shelch,
I
I got a
like
question for you.
Chisora to good.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so as far as what Wilder about the outburst and the outrage and the I guess the everything that he said to what's his name? Simon, what's the guy's name?
Yeah.
The interview?
Simon.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about what Wilder said and how he handled that situation?
Deontay Wilder has since 2019 to give us this evidence. This is 2026. I don't want to hear that shit no more. Done with you. You lying ass nigga.
I agree. Not only that, while I agree with him about all those things, that Simon guy has never walked a day in his shoes. He don't know what it's like to be black in his country or in America. But that ain't have nothing to do with the questions that he was asking him. I mean, it's just a simple fact. Like, you have not proven that Tyson Fury cheated you. You just
Yeah, why are
keep
you
going
lying on
on
this
and on
man?
and on, crying, talking about you had a crab in a bucket referee and a traitor in your camp. But then it's like you didn't fire the dude that was checking Fury's gloves. You fired the guy that threw in the towel who saved your life. That 280-pound white man was going to end you. He saved you so you could have a third fight. But no, I'm really not trying to hear it anymore. It'd have been cool though. Like if he
If he'd have went on Coach Eddie and did
cool
the autopsy,
soundbar.
tell him, Marky,
Go ahead.
he should have went on and did the autopsy. If he'd have went on and did the autopsy, then we wouldn't be calling him a lying ass nigga.
Oh man, that was just bad. I remember, bro, like the LDBC boys, that whole spectrum of black fight fans, they were going so hard pushing it. And anybody that said anything against it is a race
You are
traitor to
cool.
them.
You hate your people. You ain't black. Hey, Coach.
Why you riding for this foreign white man?
Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
Coach
go ahead, brother. Yes, sir.
Why Wilder didn't do the autopsy, man?
Yo, Wilder was bugging, man. He was bugging.
Yeah,
B3, I know you would have covered. I know you would have covered the autopsy, wouldn't you, B3?
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. Now
that white man put a dent in his skull, bro.
With the egg weight that he taped in his glove, that would have broke his hand if he threw one punch.
If he had an egg weight in his glove, he would have broke his whole hand. Like that's just so dumb to me. He could have said plaster. He could have said anything. He said that this white man was holding an egg weight up against his knuckles and punching him. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
No, the documentary is the dumbest thing I ever heard. The documentary.
Y'all
You heard
finished
about
or
the
y'all done?
documentary?
Yeah, man. Man, listen, we got a big fight this weekend. Are y'all gonna check the fight out, the Nick Paul Figgy fight? With y'all gonna check that out?
Yeah, ain't no football this weekend except for Sunday, so yeah, I'll watch it.
Good, yeah. Daytime, I'm gonna go see my little cousin play high school basketball, and
Is he in the
on
state finals?
Saturday. Say
State
that again.
playoffs? He in the playoffs? He in the
Nah,
playoffs?
not yet. Well, it may be. I'm not sure. I gotta check. He just told me to pull
Yeah,
up,
because
and I know the school he playing. He playing one of the best schools in the conference, and they had a close game last year, so he told me to pull up.
oh,
Uh,
okay.
this kid, he's nice. He be averaging like 9, 10 assists from the point guard spot.
Oh, he's a point guard.
Phenomenal vision.
Who looking at him? Who looking at him?
Decent jump shot. I gotta see how his jump shot improved from last year. I haven't seen him play this year, so we gotta see what the jump shot looking like.
No, I say who's
But
looking at him. He got any letters? Who looking
nice
at
with
him?
his handle. Nobody talking about the Super Bowl this year. You know what? We can do our Super Bowl picks. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going with the Patriots. I'm going with the home team. I mean, I'm picking. I gotta pick my team, Carrie. You know, I gotta pick my childhood team, my squad. But outside of that, I mean, the Seahawks is nasty, man. I'm not gonna bet. I'm not betting on the Patriots. I'll tell y'all that. Even though that plus money look good, I ain't messing around with it because
The
but
question is,
Vrabel, hell of a
the question is,
coach.
do you
I
trust Sam
mean,
Darnold? Do you trust
doing
Sam
some
Darnold?
great work. I can't hear Mr. Show. No, let me refresh.
Man, Shelton Moore, what did Bill Parcells say? Can't nobody tell you can't do it because you did it. So Sam Darnold win this game. Can't nobody say he can't do it. Can't nobody say or ask, do you trust Sam Darnold? You know what I'm saying?
Do you
People are
trust him?
saying, can Sam Darnold take a team to the Super Bowl? Well, guess what? He did it. Now he in the big
Do you
game.
do you trust him, Marky?
Yeah.
You trust him?
I mean, I mean, I, I mean,
You don't think Sam gonna turn into a pumpkin?
Against that Patriots defense, boy.
I just don't know, man. They got Drake May, the second-year quarterback, got his team in the Super Bowl, big-time quarterback. I got the Seahawks taking it. I think they're gonna take this one. I just feel like they're gonna take it. I feel like they've been the best team in the NFL all year long.
It's just that I don't know what it is, man. I guess
Man, you
because
just
I don't
picking
have
the
a
puppy
dog in the
chop
fight.
keeps Tommy.
That's
This
what they
Super
say
Bowl is
about Jalen
different.
Hurts. That's what they say about Jalen Hurts, Shelton Moore. Do you trust Jalen Hurts
Yeah,
to get you
yeah,
to the big
yeah. That's
game? Got
exactly,
him there
exactly.
twice.
And I'm just saying,
1-1.
because I guess this Super Bowl is just different for me because I don't have a dog in the fight. I really don't care who wins it, but it seems like the it's not hype. People ain't hyped for this Super Bowl. I don't know why.
I mean, you got the Patriots on a comeback, which I don't think a lot of people are favorable to. But I ain't gonna lie to you, Sheldon. More, even though I said I think the Seahawks gonna win, I'm rooting for the Patriots because I want Robert Kraft to get on that stage and put that seventh ring on his other middle finger. I want him to hold up that trophy and then drag his nuts on all the doubters, all those folks saying, "Man, Robert Kraft just needs to shut up." You see, it was big. It was Belichick and Brady. I mean, what were people talking about? This dude being the greatest owner ever. I want
I
him to
thought
get up there. That same speech he had after the Patriots came back from 27-3, where he said, "This is unequivocally the sweetest." I want Robert Kraft to get that moment. I want him to
well, it's
drag his nuts on
bullshit
all
because
these boys.
It's bullshit because him and Belichick should have been first ballot. They should have been first ballot.
Yeah, what they did to Belichick. What? Wait, what you just said?
They should have been first ballot, both of them.
Oh, I thought you said they shouldn't have been. I was about to say.
No, they should have been.
Crazy,
They should have been.
Moore.
Both of them should have been. Both of them should have been. They should have been first ballot. It's not even a question. It's not even a question about Belichick.
What happened? Now with what happened to Belichick, is it time to kick all these nerd ass journalists out of the voting and just make it Hall of Fame coaches and players?
I think it should be I think it should be coaches. It should be current coaches and Hall of Fame players should vote for the Hall of Fame. I don't think journalists should be allowed because journalists are putting their own personal beefs into the voting process.
Yep. Because this man got an 18-year-old girlfriend. That's why they didn't let him in. Let's just call it like it is.
Yeah, I don't think that should be part of it. It should be all about the field because there's no way T.O. should have had to wait for his third try to get in. Marvin Harrison was not a better receiver than T.O. Yeah. No, Marvin Harrison was the first ballot Hall of Famer, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't. It took him 3 tries.
It took him 3 tries? Okay. Well, they let Randy Moss in.
He's not on T.O. level, but Marvin Harrison.
They let Randy Moss in. Randy Moss wasn't a better receiver than T.O.
Come on, Mr. Shelton, for real.
T.O. is second.
I don't know about that.
If you're talking about the field, on the field accomplishments, T.O. is second in all categories to Jerry Rice. T.O. is second. Not Randy. Nobody. T.O.
I ain't never seen. Did T.O. have a 3-catch, 3-touchdown, 200-yard game? Did he do that?
A few of them. He had a not 3-catch, 3-touchdown, 200 yards.
You capping, Shelton.
No, he never had that. He never had that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
okay.
But T.O. had multiple 200-yard games. He had multiple 200-yard games. T.O. was a beast, man. T.O. was a monster.
I ain't never seen nothing like Randy Moss.
Did Randy Moss ever play in the Super Bowl?
On niggas' helmets.
Yeah,
did Randy Moss ever play? Listen, did Randy Moss ever play in the Super Bowl and be the best player in the Super Bowl game with a broken ankle?
He caught the game-winning touchdown for the Patriots. If the defense did their job, Randy Moss would have had a Super Bowl.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
But he did his job, right, Sheldon Moore? He did his job.
He didn't have a better game than T.O. Look up the stats. He never better game than T.O. did the Super Bowl. And T.O. lost the Super Bowl. T.O. lost the Super Bowl because his fat ass quarterback was throwing up in the fourth quarter because his fat ass was out of shape.
I mean,
they blame T.O. for obliterating that team, Mr. Show.
Because he called it out.
I don't think T.O. helped the situation, but I don't think it was.
T.O. was a bad motherfucker, man. T.O. was a bad motherfucker, man.
Hey,
so, you made him wait. You made Bill Belichick. That's just a travesty. He got 8 Super Bowls. I don't know another coach that got 8 Super Bowls.
That's a fact.
I don't. It just don't
make
sense.
What are you thinking, Mr. Sheldon? The Seahawks or the Pats?
I got a feeling that the fucking Patriots gonna pull this shit off. Because it's history for Vrabel. Vrabel will be the only coach to win a Super Bowl for the team he won a Super Bowl with as a player.
I'm gonna talk to him about something.
It's too much. Is it too much history?
Too much history. I think the Patriots gonna find a way to pull this shit off.
Is the Broncos defense better than the Seahawks? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
Are the Patriots gonna be able to stop Jackson, the kid Jackson Smith?
I'll turn on yes, sir.
I don't know.
He's a
monster. They can stop him. Yeah, he's a beast. I don't know if they can stop him.
If they can't stop him, they can just go ahead.
If they can't stop him, if they can't stop him, that's gonna open it up for Kenneth Walker.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a wrap. Diaper Dandy in here. What's going on, Mad Chat? He said, "Let's go Patriots." You already know.
Yeah, I think the Pats gonna find a way to pull that shit off. But I'm gonna watch the game though. I'm gonna definitely watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch it with Brandon Figueroa when he come back to Texas. I'm gonna go to Texas and hang out with him.
That'd be sweet. Hopefully you come back with a
Yeah,
belt.
because we gotta fucking get this Nick Ball motherfucker out of boxing. I'm sick of this dude.
The dirty ball, dirty wrecking ball.
Yeah, I'm done with this dude. The wrecking ball. He's a wrecking piece of shit.
Man, listen, another beautiful show. Man, I appreciate everybody that showed up today. Hit the like button. Appreciate Carrie and the Cash App showing love, keeping the lights on. We definitely growing. We'll be back tomorrow for another one. Another beautiful week, man. We blessed, man. We thankful, we blessed. Everything is looking up. And the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. Let's go green. Y'all have a beautiful rest of the day. Peace.